road again, headed to have a little outdoor adventure.
Happy Friday.
This is Friday, and we have no camping gear, but we've decided to go camping anyway.
We have a Wrangler, or I mean a Gladiator. Though.
We have a Gladiator. We gave away all of our camping gear before we moved to Florida, but we got invited to spend the night with some friends camping at, see if I can get this right, Kissimmee Prairie Preserve,
yes,
which is near the Everglades, basically the north part of the Everglades. It's supposed to be a 54,000 acres of unobstructed skyline view. So we are going to...
the most, let's see, how do I say this? The least amount of light pollution anywhere in the state? Is that
something
right?
like that,
yeah.
So we have been on a Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson kick talking about stars and astrology and gotten us really interested in watching the stars at night. So
yeah.
We're going to vlog this. I've actually been filming all day, but this will be the intro right here. We're going to vlog this up until our friends come, and then I will probably keep them completely off the film. We're going to do a little hike tomorrow, which I may or may not film. I just want to keep my friends out of the video and not, to protect their privacy more or less.
Yep.
But you'll get to see the two of us go camping with no camping gear. We have plenty of water, blankets and pillows, and we're planning on sleeping in the seats in this Jeep. So
the essentials.
Wish us luck. Are you excited?
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. We got some things to make this an extra fun night, right?
Just in case anybody wonders, this was our carnivore meal before we left the house. For me, it was 2 steaks, and for Michael, it was breakfast for dinner.
Are you having regrets about putting the top down?
Yes. It's 92 degrees, and you can see it's coming directly down on us.
Yep. I am covered in super layers of sunscreen and a hat and long sleeve shirt and everything else.
I know, that's the other thing. I think I'm going to burn the top of my head.
We had about a 2-hour drive southwest from where we live, beachside in Melbourne, Florida. The weather that day started out great. It was sunshiny with almost no clouds in the sky, and the high at the highest part of the day was about 92 degrees. At one point, Michael was even afraid that the wind from traveling south on the highway was going to blow the things in the back of the Jeep out, but everything was secure. I wasn't too worried about it, and we didn't lose anything. But about an hour into our trip, the clouds actually started to look really dark and a lot like rain clouds to me, so we decided to play it safe and pull over on the side of the road at a gas station and actually close the Jeep up just in case.
We had to throw the top back down. Cloud looked like it might rain, and so we decided to take it on the safe side. Go ahead and close the Jeep up. We have to sleep with
just
it.
In case, yeah.
We have to sleep with it closed anyway because of the bugs. So we got a little extra sunshine here, but closing it for now.
Not too bad.
Both Michael and I and both of our friends had actually checked the forecast the morning of our camping trip, and it was supposed to be a clear, clean day, all day, no rain, no clouds. There was not supposed to be any obstruction viewing the stars in the sky, so we felt pretty confident going ahead with this camping trip. The cloud was a little bit of a canary in the mine shaft, though. We probably should have questioned when we first saw this cloud just how rainy it actually might be, despite what the forecast said.
Up to this point, we have known where we were going as far as road names. Now we're on some little road off of the Florida Turnpike that says, for 16 miles, stay on this road. Whatever this road is, there's not a road number. There's not a name to the road. It's a 2-lane road that's going west, I think. Yeah.
It's US 441.
Just got a name.
The GPS finally figured out where we are. The number of bugs hitting our windshield is crazy. I don't know if you can hear.
Yeah, these are all fresh, too.
We were going to watch the Jeep last week and actually never had time, and I'm so glad now we did it.
Yeah.
My camera can hardly even focus on what's out there because there's so many bugs on the windshield.
It is love bug season.
Sounds kind of like pop rocks going off on our windshield. Love bug season. It's lovely.
I forget sometimes just how beautiful the interior of the state of Florida is. I only really think of beaches when I think of Florida, since that's only been my experience living here and in all of my trips traveling here. But the interior of Florida is so beautiful. So many pastures you can see so far. The colors are just gorgeous. I really love driving through Central Florida.
This is ridiculous, this windshield. Wow.
And here we are, about 2 hours later, we are pulling into Kissimmee Prairie Preserve State Park in Okeechobee, Florida. I'm reading here from their website. Kissimmee Prairie Preserve is a breathtaking expanse of infinite grassland. Kissimmee Prairie is a land dominated by the great blue sky. Part of the Everglade headwaters, the preserve protects the largest remaining tract of Florida, dry prairie, an ecosystem shaped by cycles of flooding and fire. Many rare, threatened, and endangered species inhabit this place, and the wide open landscape means that birdwatchers and photographers have ample opportunity to catch sight of a grasshopper sparrow, crested caracara, or burrowing owl. Internationally recognized for its lack of light pollution, the night sky above the prairie is inky black. Campers can spot the Milky Way without using telescopes or binoculars.
We just pulled in. We're here. It says the visitor center is in 5 miles and it's a gravel road, so this will take us a minute to get there. Hydrating?
Yes.
Brought plenty of water just in case. I'm sure there's water here, but
91 degrees.
yeah, man, it's a hot one.
I was so impressed with how clean the restrooms were for being at a campground that I went inside to make sure there was no one in there, and then I grabbed my phone and had to catch some film because they were clean, they were well stocked, they had everything they needed. The showers actually looked nice and easy to use. There was a washer and dryer on site, as well as a place to wash your dishes. For a campground, this was actually one of the nicer ones I'd ever seen, and I was super impressed. That's why I got all this footage. I just had to share it. If you notice, any exterior lights are red, and I think that's to help prevent interference with stargazing.
So this is a really uninterrupted natural state park. There's nothing else to do.
54,000 acres
No.
of uninterrupted sky view. I'm so excited.
We decided to ride around and explore and check out all the other campgrounds and campsites while we waited on our friends who were several hours behind.
casualty of our drive in, huh?
Yeah.
What we got? You. Aw. How dirty this Jeep is. This is
I know.
unbelievable.
No joke.
I'm so glad we didn't wash it last week like we had planned on doing.
There's love bugs everywhere.
I know. Gross. Look at Oh my.
I've been on a thing lately where I try to be barefoot as much as possible, which some people may think that's really gross, and I'm sorry if that
Being
grosses
barefoot.
anyone else watching this vlog, but I am on a mission to try to connect with the earth in as many ways as I can, and I don't know all the ways to connect, but I know a couple, and one of them is to be barefoot. So I've been trying very hard not to wear shoes unless absolutely necessary or when I'm out in public.
You having fun?
I am. I want to get something like that for our Gladiator. Do you see that over there?
Yeah, I'll show you. It's like a little camper net. That would be awesome if we're going to make this a regular thing. Michael and I used to do some camping, not a lot. But we gave away all of our camping gear because all of our camping friends we left behind in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And this is our first time camping since moving to Florida. And honestly, it's making me miss it a lot. So
Is it?
yeah. Do a little surreptitious over here. You can see this Jeep. There's like the netting on the back, and that's awesome. We could put an air mattress in there, keep the bugs off. It'd be great. Yep, I like it. Thumbnail time.
So we just saw a hawk come through with a snake in its mouth from overhead. There's a dragonfly. There's nature everywhere.
I couldn't catch him on video fast
I know, he
enough.
was too fast.
But that was pretty cool.
There was.
We are just chilling, waiting on our friends to get here. They had about a 2-hour drive. I'm probably not going to vlog a lot once they're here, just for their privacy, to keep them off camera. But we have big plans to have a really good time tonight. And other than some bugs, it feels great out here.
Does,
it's very
yeah.
quiet, very peaceful and relaxing. A lot of sounds of, I guess, cicadas, bugs, and birds crowing and calling, and it's really very relaxing. We're having a good time. We're in beach chairs. We don't own camp chairs, so we brought our beach
But
chairs.
this is okay.
Yeah, it's actually
chilling.
surprisingly comfortable.
Yeah.
The views are amazing. I just love looking at the sky through these trees. It's awesome. There are better places to stargaze for tonight, but at least the campsites are in the shade because it's a bit sunny and hot for us to actually be out in the open field right now. We'd probably get burnt to a crisp, but it feels nice in the shade. Tonight, hopefully, we can migrate over that way where we can see some stars uninterrupted. I'm excited. Whoops. Ready to go.
It's cooling down a little bit.
Feels really nice.
It does. Sun's starting to kind of cool behind the clouds. It's about 5:30. Wind's picking up a little bit. Starting to feel really comfortable.
It's gonna be a really nice night.
I think so.
I was worried about us being too warm even overnight, but I don't think
Mhm.
it's gonna be a problem.
Me either.
Trying to think of a little salutation, if you will, to the group for our stargazing experience tonight. Just to, start it off and kick it off, head it off in a positive manner. We all came here because we want to see the unobstructed heavens.
Yeah, no light pollution. We we drove on a little gravel road for how many miles to get here, and that was off of a 2-lane highway where we hadn't seen houses in like 30 minutes. So yeah, it's going to be a really nice night. I think we picked a good night to come.
Nothing between us and the heavens.
Nope, we'll get out.
Be open and receptive to whatever we see or think or feel. Inhibited by nothing. You know what I mean?
I do.
So I'm trying to get myself, even though I have a few hours, because they just left, so it'll be an hour and a half or so before they get here. But I'm trying to get myself in that headspace of opening all the channels and being ready to download anything that might come my way tonight.
It sounds like ayahuasca and a shaman.
Not ayahuasca, not this weekend.
No, right?
Any thoughts? Is that kind of where your head is at?
I think so. I think sitting here for the last, 45 minutes has been very relaxing. And like Julie said, it's one of the things where you need to find some time to get into the headspace. And so getting here a few hours before the rest of our group does, I think has been good for us. And like Julie said, now it just becomes a issue of putting the thoughts out into the atmosphere and then seeing what comes back over the course of the evening.
Do you have any questions for the universe?
You're going deep at 5:30 in the evening. I don't know. I don't think I've gotten that far yet. What about you?
The only question I have for the universe is, what does the universe want to tell me? What does it want me to know? Because I'm open to it. I'm receptive. I'm there. Just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm barefoot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open-minded.
Yep.
I'm opening parts of my mind that aren't usually open.
Yep.
I'm with like-minded friends who are here to help steer the ship and keep it in a positive direction.
We become the receptacle, and we're just going to take in what the universe puts out, I guess.
Download it.
Download it.
Drop it to my cloud.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Drop it to my cloud.
Those clouds they're not supposed to rain tonight, but some of those clouds look a little bit heavy.
You know what? I think if it rains, it'll just make me that much more uninhibited.
Yeah, it would. I don't think it would be a bad thing either.
No, I
honestly.
Deal with rain. I don't mind at all.
Yeah. So we'll check in with you a little bit later before everybody else gets here. It's like we're at the beach.
I know.
Not.
Getting some sun.
Uh-huh.
Our neighbors are making hot dogs and they smell amazing.
They do.
We brought snacks, but we didn't plan on actually cooking food. And I'm regretting that decision now because the hot dogs are smelling sweet spot.
Yeah, we're going to watch it.
Stargaze if we can see anything. We'll see.
And this is about when we realized we weren't going to be seeing any stars at all tonight because a completely unexpected, unpredicted storm started rolling in over the horizon. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was really disappointed because I've been on a searching journey to get answers from the universe for a variety of things that I didn't really feel like talking about in this vlog, but I did hope to receive some answers for. But when I realized we weren't going to be seeing the stars, I knew I wasn't going to be getting my answers. But all I really had to do was shift my focus and my priorities, and that's exactly what I did. I decided that I was going to make the best of it, and we were going to have fun with our friends because we were in great company, and regardless of what the sky did, I was in the company of amazing people, and I really wanted to spend quality time with them. It started to sprinkle, and as you can see, these turkeys were completely unfazed by the rain coming down, but it quickly turned into a fairly torrential downpour. I didn't capture the worst of it with my phone because I was trying to keep my phone dry, but it got pretty heavy, and it stayed a heavy rain pretty much until way after midnight. We found a super easy geocache hidden not far from the park office.
See, it doesn't look anything like that on camera. The bronze isn't there.
Initially, we had planned to go for a hike the next morning, but everything was so muddy and there was an 80% chance of rain starting at 9 a.m., so we all decided to pack it up and head home.
All right, so stargazing was a bust. Even though we had,
sad.
I know, we had all checked the forecast yesterday morning and didn't see anything on the forecast, but what was it, about 7:30 when it started to rain?
Yeah, when it started to sprinkle.
Oh man, it rained all
And then it
night
got
too.
heavy.
There was not one single cloud in the sky or star in the sky. It was all cloudy.
Yeah.
We had a really good time though.
We did.
We sat on the porch at the visitor's office. There's some rocking chairs there.
How many hours were we there just rocking in the
Hours. We found a geocache that was very easy to find, and just sat there in the chairs, kind of looking at trees and watching leaves and relaxing and getting really calm and zen. But yeah, there were no ancestral messages from the heavens. A couple weird things did come to one of my friend. They were supposed to be messages for her to pass along to me. Do you remember any of them? One of them was
Springfield, 1971.
These three words came to her: Springfield, 1971,
Radishes.
and radishes. And none of us know what that means, so I meant to Google it first thing when I got up and forgot. I'm going to Google that as soon as I finish here. And I had a lot of questions going into this night, and I didn't get any answers at all. But she got answers that she said were for me.
We saw some cool looking, you want to just call them lights?
Yeah.
On the ground.
This one took us hours to debunk. Both of our friends insisted that there are no lightning bugs in Florida, but I guess there are here, because what else could they possibly be? They were like a silvery gold color flitting around in the dark, but some of them were actually like an electric blue. We finally got to see one. If it wasn't a lightning bug, it was maybe a bioluminescent moth or something. That was really cool. I think that's kind of sums it up. We had a lot of fun. It was not a bust. It was not a bust. It was just not the experience we thought we were gonna get.
Really quiet out here, where you're so far away from any roads or any civilization. So it was still zen, even though we couldn't see the stars. Just sitting out there and listening to the rain for hours on end. We slept okay in the Jeep.
Slept great in the Jeep. Just threw the seats back.
Yeah,
We were almost flat. Slept really good in the Jeep. Rookie mistake. We left a couple of bags of chips on our campsite, thinking that we would want to eat them when we got back from looking at the stars, and they had been completely ripped open by raccoons, and everything inside of them was eaten.
Yeah, I don't think we thought we were going to be sitting out there.
long.
Because we thought the rain was supposed to stop.
Yeah.
And be done, but then it picked back up and got heavy. So by the time we got back,
We kind of got trapped out there.
yeah, they'd ripped into the pistachios and the pork rinds and the beef jerky.
We got cold and everything's a little bit wet and muddy, but it's okay. We had towels to kind of wipe things down with, and it wasn't cold or hot sleeping in the...
No, it was perfectly fine and comfortable in here. Yeah,
Had a
it was
good time. Had a good time. Now we were planning on taking an early morning hike, but surprise, surprise. In 30 minutes, there's an 80% chance of rain, and we all just decided it's already wet and muddy anyway. Let's just call it. So we're headed back home, looking for coffee along the way.
Yep.
See you in a little bit.